Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. The Duke of York arrived at Westminster Hall to join other members of the firm and of the royal household in the procession taking the Queen's coffin to Westminster Abbey. Andrew followed the lead of his elder brother and King, Charles III, who guided the procession by walking right behind the Royal Navy's state gun carriage, carrying Her Majesty's casket. The Prince had a visibly pained look as he followed his late mother's casket along a parade from Westminster Hall to the Abbey. Marching alongside his siblings and in front of Prince Harry, Andrew appeared to bite his lip as he trained his eye on the coffin. The Duke, who served in the Falklands War, wore his military medals on his chest as the cortege approached the London Abbey. He and the Duke of Sussex remained in civilian clothing for the funeral, after both were stripped of many of their military titles. As the service began and Justin Welby, the Archbishop of Canterbury, started speaking, the Duke was seen bowing his head in quiet reflection. Andrew, the Queen's second son, was known to be very close to his mother and in her last months had been spotted regularly visiting her at Windsor Castle. On Sunday, hours before the funeral took place, he expressed his love for the late sovereign in a personal message. In a statement dated September 18th, Andrew said, "Dear Mummy, Mother, Your Majesty, 3 in 1. Your Majesty, it has been an honour and a privilege to serve you, Mother of the Nation. Your devotion and personal service to our nation is unique and singular. Your people show their love and respect in so many different ways, and I know you are looking on honouring their respect. Mummy, your love for a son, your compassion, your care, your confidence, I will treasure forever. I have found your knowledge and wisdom infinite, with no boundary or containment. I will miss your insights, advice and humour. As our book of experiences closes, another opens, and I will forever hold you close to my heart with my deepest love and gratitude, and I will tread gladly into the next with you as my guide." Over the period of mourning, Andrew has been appeared in public a number of times, despite no longer being a working royal, alongside being spotted viewing tributes left by royal fans for the Queen at Balmoral and Windsor. Andrew joined the procession, taking the late monarch's coffin from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall last Wednesday. A few days later, he joined his siblings in a poignant and emotional vigil, which saw him, King Charles, Princess Anne and Prince Edward standing at each side of their mother's coffin for 15 minutes. On this occasion, the Duke was allowed to wear his military uniform for the first time in public since he stepped back from the public duties in mid-November 2019. Prince Andrew was born at Buckingham Palace in 1960, the third of the Queen's 4 children. He's often been considered her favourite. After an education in Scotland, he joined the Royal Navy in 1979, where he trained to be a helicopter pilot. He joined the 820 Naval Air Squadron, serving aboard the aircraft carrier HMS Invincible. It was the Invincible that was one of the available carriers when Argentina invaded the Falkland Islands in 1982, and the Duke of York saw active involvement in the fighting, including participating in anti-submarine warfare, expert missile decoy and casualty evacuation. The British government has been apprehensive about Prince Andrew being on the front line, but the Queen is said to have insisted that he remain with his ship, herself having taken part in World War II. Throughout the 80s and into the 90s, the Duke of York served as a helicopter pilot on various Royal Navy aircraft, finishing his active naval career at the Ministry of Defence in 2001. 3 years later, he was given the honorary title of Captain, which was then promoted to Rear Admiral and Vice Admiral for his 50th and 55th birthdays, respectively. The status of Rear Admiral is one of the few titles and honours that Prince Andrew was allowed to keep, after his late mother took the difficult decision to strip him of them while fighting a court battle in New York in January this year. Prince Andrew married Sarah Ferguson at Westminster Abbey in July 86, after the two had known each other since childhood. Their first years together apparently outwardly happy, and the couple welcomed Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie to the royal family. Both children are now married adults now, with Princess Beatrice's daughter, Sienna Elizabeth, being born in September of last year. However, it is believed that strain from Prince Andrew's extensive travelling and media scrutiny led to fractures in his relationship with Fergie, the Duchess of York, and the two separated in 1992 before divorcing in 1996. Since, the couple has remained close to one another, raising their children through shared custody. Thanks for listening. Please like, comment and subscribe.